The Rúben Amorim CV looks strong, two-time Portuguese League winner, three-time Portuguese League Cup winner. He's been manager of the season in Portugal on 2 occasions. In terms of what United are getting, if this all goes through and he does arrive at Old Trafford, listen, some in Portugal are calling him the best coach they've seen in that country since the days of Jose Mourinho. Do you feel he is the right fit for United? Do you feel he's as good as the fuss around him would suggest? I think if that appointment happens, the players will embrace that like you can't believe. I think they're going to be over the moon with someone that plays forward-thinking, on the front foot, attacking football, dynamic intensity, aggressive in their possession, aggressive when they haven't got the ball. And I think we're going to see a massive improvement from these players, which is wrong in terms of you should not have to be motivated to play for any football club, let alone Manchester United. That didn't happen under Ten Hag. Now, I think with this man coming in, he's just going to give them that lift. I think even in the interim period under Van Nistelrooy, I think you're going to see players, a bit of a cloud just shift over the training ground, over the stadium now, and there's going to be a big shift with Manchester United now. Like we said, it's really important to let the people know out there that you just can't discard players and bring a new lot in with the restraints now. Get the man in now, let him have a look at them in training, because that's where you see a lot, we know ourselves. It's all right watching them on the pitch, watch them every day in training, get to know them, have the conversations, decide which ones you want to take with you and the ones you want out. Let Jason Wilcox and Dan Ashworth know about that, let them do their work. And then, when the January transfer window opens, then maybe you want 1 or 2, because at the moment, looking from the outside, you would say, if I was him, I'd say, well, there's like 10 that need to leave here, but it ain't going to be the case. He'll work with some of these will shock us, and they'll be unrecognizable from the Ten Hag days. You'll say, where did he turn up from? Where did we know that? Because this man might go, you know what, I'll use him in this position. I want to play with wingbacks. This one can play there. He will know the little detail, what he will learn in training about these guys. Ugarte, who has hardly kicked a ball for Ten Hag, we know he knows him, he's best footballer he's had when he's been at Sporting. Now, he needs to then decide, what do I need in January? Does he bring in Marcus Edwards with him, a little superstar who went from Tottenham to Sporting? Do we bring in Corquez, who's absolutely on fire at the moment? I would suggest 100% that boy comes in, because they're starved of centre forwards. They've got Højlund and they've got Xerxes, who's not a centre forward anyway. But they've got to get players out. But they've got to get players in, get them out before you can bring them in. They won 80 to 90 million pounds, and that's the problem now when he's gone there and done well. So now you're going, right, we've got a new manager, we're going to back them fully like that, but they've already spent, you saw the money they've already spent. It's a fair amount, and Toby, he'll have seen United play plenty of times. There is a difference, obviously, in what Tim's saying when you see them in the flesh for the first time on the training pitch as well. But when he looks at that United team, some might say, well, where on earth do you start? But if you're pinpointing one particular area, he's going to have to address pretty quickly. Would the midfield be one of them? I don't think it's just one area, Simon, I've got to be honest. But that area's never really been solved, has it? No, it hasn't. But, you go back to, again, Manchester United teams that you would expect to be scoring bundles of goals really good from an attacking point of view. I don't see that when they play anymore. Defensively, it's just mishmash, in terms of where's the partnerships, whether it's whose centre are, whether it's, full back. And there just seems to be a real lack of direction across the playing style and the philosophy. So for me, it is a complete rebuild. We talk about players coming in. What players has he actually improved, that he inherited? Any of them. Rashford, look what's happened to him, during his time there. So there's so many different aspects that he's going to need to go in. I do agree from a playing point of view, there'll be a cloud that has been lifted. And I think there'll be a real intensity to the work because they know as soon as he comes in, they've got to be at it. I've never felt Ten Hag has felt comfortable at Manchester United. I just don't feel that he's ever felt, I'm the man to take this on, given the scale of the club. I think we remember him. He's got that little bit about him, and I think that means a lot to players and to fans, just that bit of charisma, that I feel he can come in there and really get things going. He's fresh, For a Man United fan, I'm loving it because you're rolling the dice. He's an entrepreneur of football management. This guy, are you running his PR campaign? No. I watched his team play against Arsenal last year, and they were impressive. They played Arsenal off the pitch, lost on penalties, But with inferior players, I think that with the midfield area, he only plays with 2 in there. So some of them might be pushed into their wing-back areas where he likes to push up and they fill up the midfield with the wing-backs. Plays 3 at the back. I mean, that opens it up. He's got enough centre halves there. But are they quick enough for him? I mean, all these sorts of things he can find out if he gets in now. Don't worry about the 30, get in now.